Okay, this is going to be a very quick, informal video. I've been getting a lot of questions via email and through my website about how I take such long trips in sub-freezing weather on this Honda Trail. It's too small and has too little electrical capacity to run proper heated gear, which makes cold weather easy on full-size motorcycles. So the question is how to get it done on the trail. And I've come up with a solution which is really inexpensive and really effective. So let me show you how I did it. Okay, first step is we're going to install a harness on the battery to allow access to power. You can see here the pigtail sticking out. It's connected directly to my battery. This is an SAE type connector. You can use coax. They typically come with battery tenders or heated gear. If you need help in terms of accessing the battery to install this harness, there's a channel called PSBE Adventures where they show how to take the body panels off in order to access the battery to install that harness. So that's the first step. So the next step is we need to get this power to our heated gear. The ultimate goal here is to charge up battery-powered heated gear. I'm going to show you how that works in a second, but we're going to need to extend the wire that's coming out of the bike that we just showed. And you see that the harness I happen to have over there was SAE type, so I'm going to get an SAE on one end. And my inverter, which I'm going to show you in a second, has a battery, an input cord that connects via a cigarette lighter type connector. So this cable shows a cigarette lighter on the other end. You may have different cables. You may have coaxial cables or different input cables on the inverter. Just get the cable that works for your setup. This cable here is about 4 or 5 feet long. It's from Amazon for about, give or take, $8. So let's hook that up and see how it looks. Okay. So now we have the extension cord plugged into the harness from the battery right here, and I have it sneaking into my top case. And inside my top case, I have a cheap and dirty square wave inverter right here, which is going to give, it can power 200 watts, but of course we don't even need a fraction of that. But basically this inverter is now plugged in to the extension cord wire, and it lives inside the top case. Let me show you what's going on in that top case so you get a better picture. Okay, so here we see the heart of the system. We've got the inverter here, which is connected to power. And what I do is I buy some spare batteries for all my battery-powered heated gear. Got some extra batteries here for these Climb heated gloves. I've got my core heat with this Warm and Safe battery. For my heat layer shirt, I've got a heated vest that I sometimes use that's got this battery. And basically you just take the existing chargers and just plug them into the inverter. It's a cheap square wave inverter. It's all you need for this. These are only a couple of watts each, so you've got more than enough capacity in the trail to do this. And once you flip the switch, here it turn on, and everything's charging up. So the idea is that as you're riding, you're typically going to deplete your gear if it's on max in about an hour. And in that hour, you've charged up your batteries for all your other gear, which for me in the cold weather is my core and my hands with these Climb gloves. And in that way, you can just keep going all day. You just pull over after an hour when it starts to die down and swap in a fresh battery and keep on going. So this cheap and dirty square wave inverter was about $21 from Amazon. This cable was about $8. So assuming you had spare batteries, if you don't, you can get them from wherever you got your gear from. But this whole project was done for about, give or take, $30 and allows me to keep going for long distances in the cold. I'm talking about 200 to 300 miles a day in sub-freezing temperatures, which is what we are encountering here in the East. And I can't bear to put the bikes away, so I just keep going, and this is how I do it. I hope this is helpful for you guys out there.